on DAZN.
All right, fight week continues. Yesterday we're at Box Park. Today we go to the big boy. We go to the home of football, Wembley Stadium, where it is the press conference. And let's not forget, yes, Usyk is favourite, but last time Daniel Dubois was here, you all know what happened.
Neither fighter has ever looked better. No crowd here has ever been bigger. Which one of these two lions will leave Wembley with 3 lions on their chests as the face of English boxing? AJ versus Dubois.
Looks amazing, doesn't it? Wembley Stadium, which has hosted so many special events over the last few years. Maybe none more special for Daniel Dubois, at least, than what he did here last September, beating Anthony Joshua and confirming that he is one of the best heavyweights in the world. That day, he held aloft the IBF heavyweight title. On Saturday at Wembley Stadium, he's going to look to hold aloft all the belts, but the problem for Daniel Dubois as he fights one of the generational greats in Oleksandr Usyk. Should be a fantastic one. That is Saturday. Today is the press conference. Apologies for the slight delay as well. A few technical issues, but we are all here. Adi Ladipo, Carl Frampton and Darren Barker. And we said this yesterday when we was in Box Park. We had a crowd in yesterday. Today it's just media. And the media turnout tells you this is a big fight. This is big fight week.
Yeah. I mean, it's grown and grown, hasn't it? And yeah, you can see the turnout here. Everyone's intrigued. It really is an intriguing rematch, this, because of the rejuvenation, the rebuild of Daniel Dubois. So you can see what it means to everybody here.
I mentioned, obviously, what Daniel Dubois did last September. I mean, for Daniel Dubois, in terms of confidence anyway, coming back to the scene of where you had your biggest victory can only be a good thing.
Absolutely. Look, I think Daniel is a confidence fighter, and when he's full of confidence, that's when he performs at his best. But everything you do against Usyk is going to be difficult. People are talking about Daniel's run of form, which is incredible at the minute, but they seem to be forgetting about Usyk's run of form, which might be maybe the best run of form of any boxer alive at the minute. The guy's incredible, but Daniel is a better fighter than he was the first time. Usyk is a couple of years older. I haven't seen any signs of deterioration or slowing down yet, but there always is a time when that comes, and that's I think Daniel and his team will be hoping that this is maybe a version of Usyk that has seen better days.
Daniel's the London boy, right? He's the one that is born and bred here. You wouldn't know it from Box Park yesterday, because when Usyk came out to that small ring, the crowd went incredibly loud.
Yeah, they were in full voice, and I like the way Usyk responds to it as well. He really grows, and I mean, he's just a class act, isn't he? But the big question is, how long can he keep doing this for? 38 now, he's achieved absolutely everything. And I think we were saying it yesterday, look, Daniel has a hell of a chance here. But you may have...
How much of a chance?
If we were to go percentage-wise, I don't think you're far off. About a 60-40.
A 60-40, I would say.
Because of the power.
That's
because of the
very
power. And look, he looked physically in great shape. But what is most impressive is the shape of Daniel Dubois mentally now. He's in such a good place. And where you get that confidence is through performances. And his form's been fantastic. But I think you would need Usyk to underperform slightly and for Daniel Dubois to fight out of his skin. But that may happen.
That could happen.
We don't know, do we?
When we had Don Charles with us yesterday, he spoke about timing. You guys know all too about that, don't you? Timing's important. Age is important as well, right? 38, Daniel's 27. It's a young man's game. The timing could be perfect for Dubois.
Yeah, it could be. They'll be hoping for that. But I just haven't seen any signs of Usyk slowing down yet. I mean, his last few performances have been very, very good. And
could they have taken anything out of him?
Potentially, maybe. But for me, I think we need to see it with our own eyes. I get what Don's saying. And when you listen to Don, when he's speaking to you, you actually get a real confidence about Daniel's chances. So, I mean, that's how intriguing this fight is. What I will say is, in these rematches, normally it's someone with a better boxing IQ who adapts better and does well in the rematch. It's clear to say Usyk has a better boxing IQ than Daniel, but I mean, that's a fair statement. So it's difficult for Daniel, but he does have a chance because he is the bigger puncher in the fight.
Look, remember, it's a two-horse race. If it was always a formality and the favourite won, we wouldn't have this sort of buzz now. There's always a chance. in a two-horse race that an upset can happen.
And the heavyweight division
In the
as well.
heavyweight division, you know, there's one shot that can shock the world. And with the form he's on, the run that he's on, the power that he has, you just don't know.
Yeah, boxing's been in an incredible space and place in the last 12 to 18 months. This is the biggest fight that can be made in boxing. The heavyweight division is the glamour division. Someone is going to be crowned the king of this division on Saturday. Here is how you can watch it. If you want one of the 90,000 lucky people to have a ticket, this is how you can watch it on DAZN.
Oleksandr Usyk versus Daniel Dubois 2 for the Undisputed Heavyweight Championship and one of the biggest fights in boxing. And it's live only on DAZN, July 19th. Forget about them dodgy fire sticks. Because signing up to DAZN couldn't be easier. Download the DAZN app and you can watch on any device. You can watch on your smart TV or your Sky Q box. Just enter your email. I chose it when I was a teenager. And then get ready to watch Dynamite Dubois become the first British undisputed heavyweight since Lennox Lewis. I'll watch Usyk iron out another Brit. Don't miss the heavyweight fight of the year, Usyk versus Dubois 2, only on DAZN, July 19th. Buy it now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Remember, you can buy the fight, as you heard there, right now. Just go to DAZN.com/boxing and make sure you don't miss what's going to be an incredible night of boxing this Saturday right here at Wembley Stadium. As always, if I move out the way, I can see Mr. Thomas Schreiber is ready to get processions underway, so let's throw it down to your MC.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final press conference for Undisputed Usyk versus Dubois 2, a great night of World Championship Boxing this Saturday from Wembley Stadium in London, England. It is all being brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry, with Ready to Fight, along with their great sponsors: Riyadh Season, The Ring Magazine, GG Bet, Snoo, and Global Next Trade. A big thanks to those great sponsors. A reminder, this great event will be shown live worldwide on DAZN by now at DAZN.com. Let's now welcome the participants already seated. International Boxing Hall of Fame promoter, Mr. Frank Warren of Queensberry. Head trainer for Daniel Dubois, Mr. Don Charles. Manager of Daniel Dubois, Mr. Riz Khan. Sports director of the Usyk team and CEO of Ready to Fight, Mr. Sergey Lapin. Manager of Oleksandr Usyk, Mr. Egis Klimas. Professor and sports scientist for the Usyk team, Kuba Hitsky. Ladies and gentlemen, our main event this Saturday, it is scheduled for 12 rounds, and it will be for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Let's now welcome the fighters. First, from England, his professional record, 22 wins, just 2 defeats, with 21 of his 22 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the hard-hitting, reigning, and defending IBF heavyweight champion of the world, Triple D, Daniel Dynamite Dubois. And now let's welcome, from Ukraine, a 2012 Olympic gold medalist, now undefeated as a professional with 23 wins, 14 of his 23 wins coming by way of knockout.
He is the former undisputed Cruiserweight World Champion, the former undisputed Heavyweight World Champion, the current Ring Magazine Champion, and this Saturday, the reigning and defending WBC, WBA, WBO, and IBO Heavyweight Champion of the World, Oleksandr Usyk. And now we hand things over to your host, Mr. DAZN.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Thomas Treiber. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the final press conference ahead of an unprecedented history-making night at Wembley Stadium. And there's something special about heavyweight boxing when it happens at Wembley. Once upon a time, the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, boxed Henry Cooper at the old Wembley. Fast forward to 1995, and who can forget that legendary moment where Frank Bruno finally became world heavyweight champion? That happened at the old Wembley. Fast forward even more, who can forget Anthony Joshua against Vladimir Klitschko, Tyson Fury against Dillian Whyte? And then last September, the Kingslayer himself, Daniel Dynamite Dubois, put in a jaw-dropping performance to beat Anthony Joshua right here. But one thing that Wembley, and in fact the UK, has never played host to is a world championship fight for all of the heavyweight marbles. On Saturday night, that changes. The undisputed World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line. Two titans enter Wembley Stadium with the hand of history on their shoulders as they walk towards their destiny. One of those men is the unified, unbeaten world champion Oleksandr Usyk. In today's dynamic heavyweight division, he currently stands as the benchmark of brilliance. His name is already etched into history books as an undisputed champion at cruiserweight and heavyweight. Victory on Saturday for Oleksandr Usyk means he becomes a three-time undisputed champion, and he makes a giant leap towards boxing immortality. But the man standing in his way is Britain's own IBF world champion, Daniel Dynamite Dubois. His story is one of triumph through adversity, perseverance through hardship, and with some good old-fashioned British grit, he has put together a stunning run of form to defy the odds and punch his way to heavyweight glory. A win for this man, Daniel Dubois, on Saturday means that he will become the first undisputed world champion in the heavyweight division from the UK since Lennox Lewis. And whilst these two men have met once before, everyone here is unanimous in their agreement that the two men who met in 2023 are most certainly not the same two men who will meet on Saturday night. So we've got a question. Will the Ukrainian wizard cast a spell on the young, hungry British lion? Or is this lion now ready to roar like never before on the grandest stage of them all? Find out all the answers live and exclusive around the world on the global home of boxing, DAZN. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Usyk versus Dubois 2. This is undisputed. The first thing I want to do is get a word from both of the fighters. And I want to start with you, Daniel Dubois. You are 48 hours away from the biggest night of your career. Give us your opening words and tell us why this will be your night.
Because I prepared right, I'm just on a different level now. I'm ready to come through whatever I need to on Saturday and get all them belts. I'm chasing glory and I'm chasing greatness.
And tell me this, Daniel, because of your history with this man, what means more, picking up all of those belts or defeating this man and avenging your loss?
All of it, the whole thing, you know. This is history making, and I'm just got to do a real demolition job, and, you know, I'm hungry, I'm ready for him.
OK, thanks, Daniel. We will be coming back to you. Oleksandr Usyk, let's get an opening word from you, champ. You have been holding up 3 fingers in the build-up to this fight. Tell us why Saturday night will be your night.
Hello, London. I'm happy to be here again. Why it's my night? Because I believe for this. Because I hope in Jesus Christ and Virgin Maria, but I prepare for this fight. Ukrainian.
And Oleksandr, we know how much this means to Daniel Dubois. How much does this win mean to you?
Important, yeah. Listen, every my fight important for me and my team. Now it's very important my country and the soldier who protect my country, because it's motivated for my people. It's very important for me.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Oleksandr. We will be coming back to you. Let me bring in Hall of Fame boxing promoter Frank Warren. And Frank, the public has truly got behind this event. I've been listening to your ticket updates every week in your interviews. They've got behind it. Tell us how we're doing on tickets. Tell us how excited you are about Saturday.
I'm excited. First of all, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for coming along. I'm excited because it's such a phenomenal historical fight. You know, 4 belts on the line for the first time in the UK, and Daniel's chance for greatness to become one of the British icons in winning these belts. How's it going? We're nigh on sold out. The atmosphere on Saturday night is going to be amazing. Amazing. Everybody's going to love what they see, and this is going to be an unbelievable, competitive and great fight.
And Frank, you have stood by Daniel Dubois through the ups, through the downs, through the resurgence since that first fight with Oleksandr Usyk. Why does your man get the job done on Saturday?
I think because he's coming into his prime. He's had great grounding. If you look at his resume, he's fought probably at this age, he's probably fought the best, real good quality fighters, more better quality fighters than most heavyweights at the age he's at. And he's got the experience. He's got a great team behind him. He's shared the ring. They know their strengths and weaknesses. He knows he can hurt Oleksandr. He's done that before. And I feel genuinely it's going to be his time. He's on a roll like you cannot believe, beaten world-class fighters, undefeated fighters, 2-time world champions, and done it in style. And I think he's going to do it. I really do believe he's going to do it on Saturday night against one of the great, great champions in boxing, in heavyweight boxing.
Okay, thanks, Frank. Let's bring in Egis Klimas, who I'm sure is certain that Daniel Dubois will not be doing it on Saturday. Egis, you have been very confident in the build-up, as you always are, with your man Oleksandr Usyk. Why does your man get the job done on Saturday?
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, London, Wembley. We're back again here. Look, he did it once, and he is going to do it again. And we're very confident as a team.
How dangerous a challenge is Daniel Dubois? Do you see this as a completely new fighter, or is it just the same guy?
It's the same guy. What he can change in a couple of years. You cannot train your mind, and that's, I think, his weaknesses is.
I don't know if you've got a response to that, Frank. It's a sort of jibe at Daniel, you can't train the mind. You've been talking about how it's Daniel the man now, not Daniel the boy. Egis Klimas says no change in 2 years, you can't train the mind. Any thoughts?
Well, we'll see on Saturday. He certainly trained his mind against Miller, he certainly trained his mind against Hrgovic, and he certainly trained his mind against AJ in a big way. And he's got better and better, and he's showing his power. His power, he knows he can hurt Mr. Usyk. He knows that. He's felt the power. And he's a much, much better fighter from 2.5 years ago.
Oleksandr is not of those 3 fighters. He's different from those 3 fighters. And Saturday night, the history is going to be made here at the Wembley Stadium. You will see.
I absolutely agree with what you're saying there, Egis. He is different. He's a fabulous and great champion. But this is the new kid on the block. 27 years of age, ready to go. He's got all the ammunition, he's got the power, and everybody underestimates his boxing ability. He has one of the best jabs in boxing. And we'll see on Saturday night. Whatever happens, the fans are going to get something special, because I know your man, as soon as that bell goes, he ain't going to be on the back foot. He's going to come and try to take the centre of the ring, and Daniel's going to be there to meet him. So it's going to be a battle of wills, a battle of power, strength, and the young guy's going to do it.
Good promotion. Good promotion.
Let's bring in...
Don't push the horses. Don't push the horses.
Frank. Yes? Nice.
Thanks, Sergey. Let's bring in Riz Khan from Team Dubois, manager of Daniel Dubois. You've been by his side through some of this resurgence. Hey, you certainly picked up a few fans. Some of the media are even screaming out for him here. What can you tell us about this man heading into Saturday night?
Thanks, Dev. I think resurgence is actually a great word. And if the truth be known, the resurgence started after Daniel's last fight with Oleksandr. And the architect behind the resurgence has clearly been his father, Stan Dubois, who's meticulously handpicked every single individual, whether it's the coaching team, whether it's the medics, whether it's from a management point of view. So we have all the credentials to support Daniel in the background. And from a fighting point of view, the man is sat there 2 years older, 2 years wiser, 2 years more experience with another 4 fights, under his belt. So Daniel Dubois is not even at the peak as a 27-year-old, so we've got another few years left in the tank. But he's going into that ring to take that undisputed crown, and he's ready now.
Okay. Thank you, Riz. Let's bring in Kuba Chucky from the Usyk camp. I understand he's known in the camp as the crazy professor and is behind some of the science of this man right here. What can you tell us about the science behind Oleksandr Usyk heading into Saturday?
Welcome, everyone. Thank you that I can be here. What can I say? Alexander is a vehement. He's more than ready before upcoming fights. His physical performance, his mental performance is on the excellent level, on the highest level, I think so, in history. I know that his aging, his health, his experience is an electric issue, fans, media, but don't worry, he's more than ready.
Thank you, Kuba. Let me bring in Don Charles from Team Dubois. Don, you were very vocal at the launch press conference. It was great fun up here, and you're confident. You're very confident that the stars have aligned for your man Daniel Dubois. 48 hours away. Why is he going to get it done?
Good afternoon, everybody. Well, basically, he was born that way. I was born confident. Daniel Dubois was born that way, yeah? His father, who's not here with us, presently here with us, like you mentioned earlier, he was the architect. This man had a dream that when Daniel was born, this young man is going to become a heavyweight world champion. And the way it's been written, the universe, here we are today. He's the current IBF heavyweight champion. Remarkable, at a mere age of 27. I don't think, if you really think about what this young man has experienced to be where he is today, the sacrifices he's always made and still making, it's a prime example for any young person who wants to come into the industry to follow and copy what this young man here has done. And I'm a very spiritualist man in the sense that I believe in the universe, very spiritual. And I have my own story, which I'm not going to tell you here because we'll be here till next week, right? But what I can tell you from the experience I've had in the last 24 months, it's been 24 months only since I've been working. I've been blessed to have inherited, I use the word inherited, to be working with this young prime athlete. It's all for a reason. And in my opinion, in my beliefs, He's been destined to be here today. He's been destined for, on Saturday, to do what's almost deemed as the impossible. The impossible will become the possible. That's why we're here. We're ready. I normally got a lot to say, but I'm going to keep it short because all the talking has been done. It's now time for action. Please tune in, those at home, those in attendance, get behind Daniel Dubois. Let's make history together. Come on, let's go. Come on.
Yes, yes.
Don, I've just got one more for you. Just a kind of reaction to Egis Klimas's comments that Daniel is the same fighter that he was 2 years ago. You can't change the mind, and that there may be mental weakness there. What can you tell us?
Well, everybody has their opinion. That's his opinion. We know what we've done. We know what we've been witnessing. He must have been sleeping for the last 3 fights or so Daniel has had. He must have been fast asleep. Can somebody please wake him up?
Yes, 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 yes.
Is it true, Egis?
I didn't hear what he said.
He said that you've been sleeping for the past 3 Daniel Dubois fights and somebody needs to wake you up. What is your reaction?
While I was sleeping, Oleksandr beat 2 times Tyson Fury.
Tyson's not here to defend himself. Yeah. Keep your eye on the job. Tyson's not here to defend. We're talking about, this is a Daniel Dubois show, okay? So let's stick to that.
Don't push the horses.
Pardon me?
Don't push the horses.
Don't push what?
Don't push the horses.
I need a translator.
Okay, I am translate you. Don't push the horses.
I think he's trying to G you up.
Listen, I'm a very cool guy. I'm real. Get real.
This illusion. Sorry.
This feels like a good time to bring you in, Sergey. I would say you've been sat there quietly, but you haven't. What do you mean by the comments about horses? And what are your thoughts heading into Saturday?
These illusions, you every time Dubois team speak, oh, this new, this another guys, oh, this strong, this mental focus. No, this illusion you team. Sorry, bro. Not change. 2 years, no change. You have 3 fight, yes, and good guys, and good fight in AJ. Saturday, this another fight, and this guy another fight. This guy not this planet,
Let me bring you in, Daniel, because you were sort of smirking as they were talking about, oh, he's not changed in 2 years. You have changed, right? Tell us.
Right now, I just want to get it on. I'm going to write my own script now. They've got a script. I'm going to write my own script. I'm going to win these belts and I'm going to be the man.
How much comfort do you take from the fact that the last time you threw a punch competitively, it floored Anthony Joshua, changed your life, and that happened right here at Wembley Stadium? You're back there on Saturday. How much comfort does that give you?
You know what? I've been getting a lot of just confidence from my training, what I've done in the gym, the shots I've been landing on the people I've been sparring, and all of that is just inside of me and it's built up, and I'm ready to let it out now.
Dev, can I just add? Team Usyk seemed to be hanging on to a notion that Daniel's not changed. Well, I think they are rattled solely because they're using the same line, Daniel's not changed. I mentioned earlier, we built up a big team over the last 18 months, and Daniel's had 4 fights, and he's been explosive in every single one. So I think for the Team Usyk circus to continue to say, oh, Daniel's not changed, we'll see on Saturday night.
Yeah, we see Saturday.
Oleksandr, are you rattled by Daniel Dubois? Sort of got under his skin kind of thing. Irritated, annoyed?
It's your opinion.
No, he said definitely not me. No.
Maybe, I don't know. I not feel.
Daniel, let me ask you this. You're the underdog heading into Saturday. You've been the underdog for a little while. Even Canelo Alvarez has placed $500,000 on Usyk to beat you.
Doesn't mean nothing to me. Not mean shit to me. That yeah, well, he's going to lose his money, but you know, I'm just focused now. Let's get it on.
You've talked about making Oleksandr Usyk feel his age, making him old overnight. Tell us more about that.
It's facts. You know, I know what I've got to do. I'm a young lion, and I've just got to, you know, take over. You know, be the man, and yeah, execute him.
Oleksandr, there has been talk about your age in the build-up to this fight. You are 38. You are 11 years older than Daniel Dubois. Boxing is a young man's game. Father time waits for no one. What do you say to this?
Listen, I respect this guy, this young guy, this guy motivated, but I'm too. I'm not old guy. 38 it's not old. You know? We will see. It's Saturday. It's God's will.
Final one for you, Oleksandr. Last time you won this fight within the distance. You stopped Daniel Dubois. Do you expect to stop him on Saturday night and become a 3-time undisputed champion? Do you expect to do it in the distance?
Yeah, I believe this.
Daniel Dubois. Usyk, of course, believes he will stop you. Tell us why he is wrong. Tell us why it's your night on Saturday.
Because I'm going to make it a great fight. I'm looking forward to a great fight, and I'm up for it. I feel at the moment I'm at the peak of my powers, and it's going to be a great performance.
Okay, thank you, Daniel Dubois. Thank you, everyone at the top table. Thank you over there, Usyk team as well. We're going to get the fighters faced off, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday night, over 90,000 people. This is undisputed, live around the world on DAZN. Cannot wait. Let's get them faced off.
Two fighters that, look, don't talk as much, but we know they deliver in the ring. We've seen that in their past performances. Daniel Dubois certainly delivered. Oleksandr Usyk has certainly delivered as well. And look who's joined us, a man that a lot of people should be in the mix on Saturday somehow.
It'd be nice to be in the mix. It'd be nice to be up there right now. But you know what? Patience.
Patience, Joseph Parker. Exactly, patience. How do you think this plays out?
I know there's a lot of talk about this new Dubois and the confidence that he's been showing in this fight, but the Usyk is a special fighter. Yeah. Technician, footwork, speed, angles. You know, the thing with Daniel Dubois, he has to come with something more up here. Physically, he's in great shape. He punches with a lot of power, but it's all up here for him.
Do you still think there's been a lot of talk about Daniel Dubois' sort of mental strength? Even in those wins over AJ and Hrgovic and Miller, do you still think he's lacking something mentally? Or because I feel like he's really locked in now. I think this is a much more mentally. Look at that. I mean,
listen, he looks very locked in, and I think with those fights that he's had under his belt, they've only gained more confidence within himself. You know, so it's all about is he gonna sort of break? If it gets harder, is he gonna break? Or is he going to, has he been able to surpass that mental blockage that he had before?
This is fantastic, isn't it, Darren? I love this.
This is good. This is intense. I like this.
Very intense. And Darren just mentioned it there, but I said it yesterday. Usyk now, and maybe for the last few fights, there was talk of him maybe going down to cruiserweight at a point. He looks like a fully fledged heavyweight now.
Listen, I went and stood next to him and I said, who's taller? Then I said, who's wider?
Yeah, he's a big guy now.
He's actually put on some good beef and good muscle. And listen, he's still, if he can put on that, right, and have more power, but still have the same speed and movement.
Yeah, of course.
It's just going to be.
And one of the things as well, you know, you're talking about what's your ambitions, what's your desire when you've achieved so much financially and achievements in the ring, and you hear him talking there, he's fighting for a nation.
Listen.
And he likes that responsibility. That's something extra, that extra percent that's going to make you still train hard at 38 years old with all you've achieved. He really wants to make his nation proud with all it's going through at the minute.
38 years old isn't too old, but if you look after your body well and you train the right way, you can fight on for as long as you want.
Who would you prefer to fight out of the two? Obviously, you were scheduled to fight Daniel Dubois in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Didn't happen. You're now in line to fight the winner. So this isn't a case of picking who you think would win, but who would you prefer to fight?
I would like to test myself against both guys, and I think they're both great champions. But if I had to pick one, it would be Usyk.
Yeah.
Just because he's beaten everyone.
Yeah.
And he's been able to show the type of fighter he is.
It would be a bigger win, wouldn't it, Joe?
It would be a bigger win. It would be the most massive win in my career.
How would you tackle Oleksandr Usyk?
You know what? I'll take a little bit of a page out of Derek Chisora's approach, which was pressure. I know no one else can be like Derek Chisora, but the pressure, the punches, combinations, I think just putting him on the back foot.
Derek's giving him the hardest fight out of them.
Derek's giving him the hardest fight.
I think so.
And also just with his mass and size, you know, bullying him around and putting all of that on him, you know. So that's how I would approach a fight with Usyk.
Before I let you go, what is next for you? Are you just waiting for the winner of this one? So does that mean we're not going to see you in the ring for another 7-8 months, right? Or are we going to see something sooner from Joseph
I was
Parker?
saying before, if I could fight 3 or 4 times in a year, I would love to. But I haven't been given no fights.
Yeah.
I haven't been given any names. I know they mentioned Chisora, they mentioned Dave Allen, I want to fight as soon as I can and anyone.
Yeah, and we want to see you in the ring.
We want to see you, Joe.
Yeah, because you're a top heavyweight, and I like you being here with us, Joe. I mean, it's nice to have you talk to us. It's great.
It's nice to be here.
I like well, you can put on a mean stare as well, and I want to see you do that up there. No, not to me. Not to me. These two are the former fighters. Go there instead, Joe, please. Go there instead. All right, look, this is going to be fascinating, isn't it? Loads more coming your way on DAZN as well. Make sure you stay locked in. All right, let's remind you of what we've got coming your way this Saturday. Lasha Guruli takes on James Francis. Lasha Guruli, by the way, Olympian, so everyone's trying to fast-track him. Let's see what he can do against the once-beaten James Francis. Adam Hamed, you know the surname, the younger son of Prince Nassim Hamed. He takes on Ezekiel Grigoris. This will be Adam Hamed's 6th fight. Vladislav Serenko takes on Solomon Dakers. And I have to correct myself. Yesterday, I said Serenko was coming in on late notice. It's actually Solomon Dakers that's taking his fight on late notice. So let's see what Solomon can do. Daniel Lapin, part of the Oleksandr Usyk team, who are still making noise behind us, takes on Lewis Edmondson. Lawrence Okoli versus Kevin Larina. Should be an interesting fight, that one, in the heavyweight division. They were supposed to fight at cruiserweight, didn't happen. Bridgerweight didn't happen. Now they meet in the big boy division. And then we just saw them behind us. Oleksandr Usyk versus Daniel Dubois for everything in the heavyweight division. Wow. As you guys know, by the way, it's been the Club World Cup on DAZN. We've got everything on DAZN. Isn't just boxing as well.
Who won that?
Chelsea.
Around here, we're rather fond of tradition. It's not like we're stuck in our ways. It's just that some things should never be changed.
Watch Live Golf live on DAZN.
Club World Cup, Live Golf, everything on DAZN, including these fantastic 4 fights as well. You know about the big one, Usyk versus Dubois 2. Remember, you can buy that right now at DAZN.com. Then wait up a few hours, take a coffee, because you don't want to miss this one. Jesse Bam Rodriguez takes on Fumilela Cafu. Fantastic fight, unification fight. Moses the Talma, everyone thinks potentially the future heavyweight champion of the world, takes on his toughest challenge as he takes on the body snatcher, former world title challenger Dillian White, August 16th in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And then we stay in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for, I think, one of the best fight cards all year. Incredible fight. Night of Champions, Ring 4, headlined by the monster David Benavidez versus Anthony Yard, Brian Norman versus Devin Haney, and so much more on that fantastic card as well. All right, yesterday we did the media workout, done. Today, press conference, done. Tomorrow, weigh-ins, and then Saturday, well, we all know what Saturday is going to be.
The big one.
The big one, the undisputed heavyweight title fight between Oleksandr Usyk, that man on your screen there, against Daniel Dubois 2. Remember, you can buy it right now at DAZN.com. Thank you so much to Carl Frampton. Thank you so much to Darren Barker. We'll see you at the weigh-ins tomorrow.
Live only on DAZN. Usyk versus Dubois 2. July 19th. He silenced Britain's best. Usyk, the brick breaker, fighting for greatness, for the flag, for legacy. But now, the dynamite is ready to explode. Dubois, reborn, sharper, stronger, a weight of a nation on his shoulders. July 19th. Wembley roars beneath the lights. Who will become undisputed heavyweight champion of the world? Usyk versus Dubois 2. Live only on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
This is the moment the world has been waiting for. The judges are ready, the fighters are ready, the boxing world is ready. The fight starts now!
How do you like it? So aggressive, so focused. It all comes down to this. Press conference live on DAZN.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by that prize guy.
Wow, that's
the best feeling in the world.
Is it though? Is it really better than food fulfillment? That warm, fuzzy feeling of total food satisfaction, like finishing the last bite of a flame-grilled Whopper from Burger King.
He's right.
okay. See you later.
Ta-ta.
If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you'll lose, you're lost. Success begins with a person's will. It's a state of mind.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by that prize guy.